Why, hello. I'm sorry, I lost myself there. Your eyes were just so mesmerizing and so beautiful. I couldn't stop and I couldn't look away. What's up, everyone? It's Verkison. Welcome back to my crib. Okay, it's not a crib. It can be if you want. Welcome to my dungeon? No, my bedroom. Or maybe both. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Verkison. I am a fashion designer turned mystic, your spiritual sister from another mister, and your spiritual advisor, and a mother heaven unicorn up in the beach, and I'm here to empower you. Okay, so for those of you who are returning, welcome back. I see you, boo boo. So it's been a hot minute. I haven't recorded anything in about a month. I am so sorry for that. I got knocked out for a whole week of moon time. For those of you who know who that is, I meant what that is, you know. Then I had my first shot of 2 shots. Okay, first of 2. Vaccine. That took me out for another week. What else? Oh yeah, I did a little bit of grieving as well. I had some loved ones pass away from these strange times. So it's been pretty rough around here on these neck of the woods. But I'm back. I am revitalized, replenished. I am feeling myself again, and I want to come back with a reading for y'all. So I want to break this 1 month silence with a pick a card reading, a fun one, and I believe it will be a very good coinciding topic with the one over in OnlyFans, which is how will sex be like with my crush. So I think what would be good is if this reading is about how your crush feels about you. Yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna spill that tea today. Yes. Let's get started, shall we? As always, if you are new here and you like my vibe, be sure to subscribe, give a thumbs up to this video, and share it with any of your friends that you feel would be useful. It will really help a girl out. You know, it'll help your girl out. I'm your girl, okay? Unless you don't want me to be. It has to be consensual, okay? Let's get started. We're gonna go with 3 piles. I'm gonna put on the screen here 3 piles for you to select. I think that is best because I'm seriously running out of objects to select, and I think it's the most unsustainable and non-earth friendly way of doing pick cards. So I'm just gonna we're gonna digitize things, okay? Okay, 3 piles right here. Choose. And let's get started, okay? All right. So how have y'all been? Have you been going through some rough stuff like me too? Let me know, okay? I want to hear about you guys and what you guys have been up to. I want to have another YouTube live again. It's been like probably a whole month. No, not a whole month. Excuse me. I meant a whole year since I've gone live. So I want to go live again and hang out with you guys. Maybe it could be like a, I don't know, it could be like, because when I went live, it was either to review a divination tool or it was free readings. I still got the readings to catch up, by the way, and I intend to add that into the end of every video and slowly knock that one out, bang that out. Okay, anyways, let's focus, okay? 3 piles, okay? Pile number 1. How does your crush feel about you? Pile number 1. your crush, how they feel about you is actually reciprocal. We got Ace of Swords, the Empress, Knight of Pentacles, and Ten of Cups. They feel that you're very honest, honorable, and nurturing individual. You're hardworking. You don't snitch on people, is what I hear. You don't backstab people to move forward in advancement, is what I'm hearing. So this crush of yours, pile number one, could possibly be a colleague. How does pile one's crush feel about them? How does pile one's crush feel about them? Let's find out for our people, shall we? How does pile one's crush feel about them? Pile one's crush, please. Worth waiting for. Actually, I think they're secretly crushing back on you, but they're not making any moves. So they're kind of hoping that somehow the ice will break. Someone will break the ice. You deserve love, so they're a little bit insecure actually. They admire you. Your crush admires you. Release your ex. Did you just recently come out of a relationship? Do you have your eyes on somewhere else? Are you flirting with other people that they could potentially think that you like someone else? Are you their friend? One more. Religious factors. Okay, so they don't really know you that well because I sense that they feel like you're too good for them, and they probably have to work on themselves a little bit more to feel confident enough to be able to pursue you, and that you might still be hung up on somebody in your past, or you might still be involved with somebody. So that's why this crush is not acting upon it, because they don't think they should be intervening anymore. Yeah, look. Nine of Cups with Three of Swords. Yes. So I don't know what else to say. I'm so awkward right now. Yes, they like you back, but they're not going to do anything because you're not emotionally available. You're not exactly physically available either. I kind of feel like an on and off energy with you, pal number one. You have a crush on this crush, but you're double dipping. Like your toes are like still in the past with your previous existing romantic partner, ex, whoever, and at the same time you are wanting to move forward, but you're bringing your past to your future, and that's kind of not really organized, energetically organized. We don't want that, right, honey? We don't want that. Anything else, Spirit, about how our crush feels? I also don't think you're gonna pursue it either, because you probably know it's not a good time, but you're just curious how they feel about you. They feel sad. They feel sad. They want to be with you, but they can't. So they're waiting, they're biding their time, hence worth waiting for, right? Hence worth waiting for. Yeah, they're lost. They don't know what to do. They're unsure. The moon. Look at this. Five of Pentacles, the moon, Seven of Wands. They kind of feel like you might... They're not sure if you actually like them for them. And they kind of like... They want to give you space, but they're worried that someone else will swoop in and slide in your DMs and then block them. That's what I'm hearing. What is this? Seven of Swords. Do tell. Two of Wands. Okay, so you guys are sending each other messages secretly. Oh my god, my camera just stopped filming right at that moment. Okay. They're hoping for a new beginning with you. They want to help you heal. And they want you to see how amazing you are, because they feel like you're settling for people who don't appreciate you. They got so much love for you. Okay, so what is the advice here? Is there an advice here? Is there advice? It doesn't have to be an advice, because this is just a fun, how does your crush feel about you? But is there any advice? Well, advice is to follow your heart. Lovers, follow your heart. Are you sticking with someone in your past because you're afraid to be alone? Are you with them because you really love them? Or are you with them because you're afraid to be alone? You don't feel safe without someone. Okay, choose love. Yeah, you're afraid to be alone. Nine of Swords. I mean, it's understandable, right? We all have that. We all have different fears. But you have to make sure your fears don't run you. They don't control you. You need to replace your codependency and to hear the word qualm, Q-U-A-L-M, to calm your fears in another way. Instead of going back to like past lovers, to find another outlet that doesn't hurt people, that doesn't bring in other parties and hurts them. Five of Swords. But at the same time, it brings you peace. Four of Swords. So like a nice medium of that, like example, maybe instead of running back to lovers because you don't want to feel alone, you can spend more time making friends and cultivating connections where you could be sharing your thoughts and feelings together and bonding with other people that understand you. But what about the D? What about the P? Right, well, we're asking about that. You can have hookups, you can have consensual, non-committal connections, you know? You can have stuff like that. Just don't tie emotions into it, because that's where it gets messy. You don't need to like be shadowy about it, and you don't have to like trick people into thinking you love them for them to be with you, for you to benefit something. There are tons of people who will be like, yeah, totally fine with the fact that they just want a physical connection with you, and then you guys could be friends, and then you can go back and make your own friends and then fulfill your needs somewhere else, you know, like you are never without options. Pile number one, okay? So that is your reading for how your crush feels about you. I certainly hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, thumbs up, and share this video if you feel like it will help somebody out, especially me, because I'm trying to grow this channel up in here. If you are wanting to have a further look into your love life or any other aspect of your life, I'd be more than honored to be your spiritual advisor / life coach in a spiritual way. You can find all the information in the links down below, and I will see you in those private readings. Oh, if you're curious about how sex would be like with your crush, you can head on over onto my only also down in the description box. Okay, until then, I'll see you then. Bye. Moving on to pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2. We are going to find out how your crush feels about you. How does pile 2? How does pile 2's crush feel about them? Pile 2's crush. What is pile 2's crush feeling about them? Okay, we got 3 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, King of Wands, 3 of Swords. Okay. I hear the word indifferent literally pop up in my head. I don't think they're aware that you have a crush on them at all. So that seed hasn't even been planted in their mind of like, oh, how do they feel about you per se? Like, I don't even think they've thought that far. Do I want the light to be behind me like this? Hold on. Is that better than when it was like this? Let's try it. I hope the lighting is better now. I am playing around with lighting. Anywho, yeah, I don't think this pile number 2, I don't think your crush is even aware that you like them that way. I think they're just living their life, and they might be some sort of leader, like they're a manager or someone who is a higher up position than you, pile number 2. I don't think you guys have had much of a chance of interaction. You probably want to know if you guys will interact. Let me pull some cards, shall we? So any more you want me to know about this? How the crush for pile number 2 feels about them? This person is already married, hun. Strength card and 10 of Pentacles. That's why they're not looking. So they feel indifferent. Better luck next round. Pile number 2, you should go and I'm hearing you should go try to hook up with their siblings, maybe. If you find them attractive, maybe see if their brothers or sisters are available, if you know what I mean. I don't know. I honestly don't know if this lighting is good at all. I'm so sorry I'm being distracted. I'm distracted. Maybe you're distracted as I'm doing this and I'm tapping into your distracted energy. Or maybe your crush is distracted. Or maybe you feel like they're always seeming distracted when you try to talk to them. They're always kind of like, huh, what, They're kind of like aloof and like doing their own thing. You're trying to get their attention and it's not working. I mean, that's possible because everything happens for a reason. So me channeling this could be a reason why I'm acting this way. Oh my god, why am I acting like unfocused? Don't like this lighting. Don't like this lighting. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Okay. Oh. Okay. What else? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Pile number 2. I'm so sorry that it's so cut and dry. They just don't see that way and they just see you as a colleague. There's no chance that you're gonna be able to slide in these DMs. Like, they got their dating game like down pat. Like, no one's gonna slide anywhere. Like, it's like concrete walls. Like, no snake's gonna slide in there, sweetie. Yeah, you are attracted to them because you feel like they would bring you happiness that you're looking for. So you should follow your happiness. That's the advice, okay? Follow your joy. The way this person makes you feel, follow other people and other events and other situations and other connections and other opportunities that feel joyful like this. And it will eventually, I hear the word soon, lead you towards a connection that will be very fulfilling and healthy for you, okay? Okay, I don't know how long I've been talking to myself like an idiot here. I don't know when it stopped recording, but I just want to say that pile number 2 is pretty cutthroat and dry and straightforward, that your crush doesn't have any interest in you. They are married and very committed and loyal, and they don't have any intentions of letting any people slide in their DMs. Like, their fortress is concrete. Like, there's nothing can slide in there. No snakes can slide in there, nothing, okay? But I did pull cards for you to show who your next crush is going to be. The advice from your spirit guides was to say that for you to follow your joy, just as you did for how you followed your joy into developing a crush for this co-worker of yours or manager of yours, okay? If they're not manager, there's someone higher up, like a director of some sort. But the advice is to follow your joy and to continue surrounding yourself with circumstances, opportunities, situations, events, connections, relationships who bring you joy. And then inevitably, in a very short, soon, near future, you will find a new person to develop a crush on that will actually be very healthy for you. That is a message. And I also channeled, I pulled cards and I asked how your next crush will feel about you, and what their personality is like is that they're conniving because they're very smart, so they know and they can tell, they can read you, because chicks want to know one, so they can tell if you're the type of person that's going to be like very manipulative in like a very smart and cunning way to get things your way that you want. They can recognize that within you because they are themselves that way. And they're very conservative in the sense that they are very resourceful with their money and their earnings, so they're smart with their money, they're very attractive and they know it, and they literally use that to their advantage. And a lot of people around them think that they're vain, but they just know what they have and they work it. What else did I channel? When they meet you, they're going to also like you back. It's going to be reciprocal, and the sun card flow, and they're going to think very positive thoughts about you, and they really want to care for you and make things work with you. Like, they want to be in a committed relationship with you, okay? So then I proceeded to say that if you actually want to know how this new crush's sex is going to be like when you two are getting together, then it's going to be over on the OnlyFans, okay? But until then, if you want me to give you some more advice and you want some personalized reading from me, you can head over to my website to purchase a reading from me, and I could be your spiritual advisor / spiritual life coach. But other than that, I will see you in the next reading, okay? Thank you so much for your time. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow if you haven't already, and I love you. Bye. Okay, pile number 3, welcome. Let's find out how your crush feels about you, shall we? How does our pile number 3's crush feel about them? How does pile number 3's crush feel about them? Pile number 3's crush. How do they feel about that? They are someone from your past. Either a past classmate, I hear past colleague, past workmate. You got 6 of Cups, Knave of Cups, 7 of Cups, and the Moon card. For the moment, they see you as a friend. For the moment. Keyword, for the moment. I don't think they've even ever allowed themselves to think of you that way because they respect you so much. They see you as a very admirable person. You might even be someone who is higher up than them in the sense of workplace, like you're a manager of some sort, or a supervisor, or a director, someone who oversees something. How does our crush feel about pile number 3? Let go of control issues. They think you're a control freak. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just what I'm trying to learn over boo. How does pile number 3's crush feel about them? Forgiving and learning. Express your love. You're probably very stern. You have feelings for someone, and instead of telling them, you pick on them. You tease them, and you hope that will get them to pay attention to you, but it might just hurt their ego and they might just think you're bullying them. Okay, fine. Let's have a sit down right now, shall we, and have a little talk between you and me about how we can reverse this around so they know you actually have a crush on them and you're not just beating them up and causing them to think that you're not, I don't know, appreciating them as a workmate or something, okay? What is the advice here? Pile number 3. Yeah, you're a bit confused and clueless on how you do this. You've been like, oh, maybe I should just stop. Maybe I should give up. I've never been good at love. Bad at love from Halsey is actually playing in my head right now. But that's not true. Don't say that. Words are power, so be careful how you speak about yourself, honey. What is the advice here for pile number 3? I hear the word get lost. Either you tell your crush to get lost a lot, that's your favorite saying, or meaning get lost as in like go do things you normally wouldn't do and purposely lose yourself. Don't think, oh, that's something I wouldn't do. Oh my god, that's so weird. Like I would never say that. Like, and you like identify yourself and you confine yourself in such a box, like such a small shoebox of a personal identity. You need to like widen that and be like, do things that you've never done. Like, and even if you don't feel like yourself, like you're exploring yourself, you're discovering different aspects of who you are, right? That's probably why you feel like you're bad at love, because you can't see yourself outside of your current shoebox personal identity. You can't see how you would be like as a person when you are in love and when you are in a relationship. So that is probably why you're very restricted. Yeah, you were raised in a very I hear Catholic. I see the devil card. I hear that you came up from a very like religious upbringing, and they shunned a lot of things that had to do with sex, romance, love. So you don't really have a lot of experience about that at all, pile number 3. And you equate that to be like drinking and partying, or like, I don't know, it turns into these weird like love romance situations where it's like the other person's crying and then you're kissing them and like, I don't know, like, no. Okay, what's the advice? Do things together, bond, develop a friendship. Why don't you invite them out to do something? Find common interests. I know you know them enough. Find a common interest and invite them out to do it. Maybe they like golfing. Go golfing together and spend some time. And find the chance to flirt with them. Be a little flirty, dress a little sexy. To flirt, you can flirt in so many different ways. You don't have to flirt in like a, oh, come hither. Like that's one way of flirting. Like there's many different ways of flirting. You can flirt with the way you dress. Maybe you normally dress in a very conservative like office outfit attire like this, for instance, right? You can show up in something softer, something more sensual, more feminine, and not revealing at the same time, but bright color like this instead. And they get to see another side of you, and they might be like, oh, she's kind of acting like this. It's kind of like a date. Maybe it is kind of date, you know. And it'll get your crush to start seeing you in a way they've never seen you before. You know what I mean? You get my drift. So that is your reading, pile number 3. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. It was a nice, straightforward one. I hope I left you with some good tidbits there. If you actually want to know how it's going to be like having sex with your crush, you can find that information down on my OnlyFans link in the description box below. If you want a personalized reading from me to give you some more spiritual coaching and to be your spiritual life coach, I am more than honored to do that for you. You can also find that in my website down at www.verkison.com. Until then, I'll see you, and I love you. And if you haven't followed by now and you like my vibe, be sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up and share to all that your friends or your family, people that you think would appreciate and benefit from this help. But as always, I'll see you guys all next video.